Hi guys, today I'm going to talk about what I've been eating lately on a low-fat, raw vegan diet, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it. I always start my day off with water. I actually take 3 glasses and put them on my nightstand before I go to sleep, so when I wake up, they're right there and they're ready for me. Water is really important to get in when you wake up in the morning because it basically jump-starts your lymphatic system. It helps flush out all of the toxins that your body has accumulated while you've been sleeping, and it just gets your digestive system ready for your first meal of the day. For breakfast, I like to eat the lightest fruits that are easiest on digestion. So I've been doing a lot of melon and citrus lately. For melons, I've been eating a lot of these little watermelons just because I can't get the bigger ones this time of year. And it usually takes about 3 of these to fill me up. And watermelon is my favorite fruit. So even though they're not in season right now, I still like to buy these little ones because I really can't get enough of them. I've also been eating a lot of honeydew melon lately because sometimes you just want something different. So usually actually 2 of these will fill me up. Sometimes I go into a third, but not always. I can also get cantaloupe this time of year, but I'm not as big of a fan of it. So once in a blue moon, I kind of decide I want one, but I don't normally keep them around. For citrus, I've been doing these little oranges that are called satsumas. They're a type of mandarin orange, and I'll add in some grapefruits just for a different flavor profile. I will mono on the little oranges by themselves, but I will not really mono on grapefruits just because I can't eat too many of these before my stomach just starts to feel not too good, but I do enjoy eating them. So maybe I'll have a couple of these with, you know, an entire bag of these, or sometimes even a couple bags. I don't really keep count of it, sorry. I just kind of eat them until I'm full. But yeah, citrus really good together. I've also recently just started making green juices, and as a disclaimer, this is not 80-10-10. Douglas Graham does not recommend this, but it still follows being a low-fat raw vegan, and I've actually really been enjoying it. I really just wanted to try it because I've never juiced before, and I've personally been enjoying it a lot. It helps me get in more of my greens because I do have a hard time at dinner time eating the amounts that I'm supposed to be eating. And this green juice was cucumber, romaine, spinach, celery, and cabbage. I believe that's everything that I put in there. I also sometimes put in kale, collards, or dandelion, but that I'll also usually mix with something sweeter like beets or carrots or apples just to kind of hide the bitterness in those leafy greens. So I go back and forth. I just make a different juice every day, just whatever I'm kind of feeling like I want. So moving on to lunch, I've been eating a lot of bananas. This is definitely a staple for me. I eat these year round because you can always buy bananas at the store and they are always cheap. So it keeps me from spending a lot of money on my food. But yeah, usually about 7 to 10 of these will be a meal for me, which that'll be like 800 to around 1,000 calories. So when I'm eating 7, it's usually the larger bananas that could have over 100 calories in them per banana, or the smaller ones like this size. These are probably about 80 calories each. And for the record, these bananas are ripe. This is what a ripe banana looks like. They have the spots on them. The tips are completely not green at all. And it just means that all the starches have converted over to sugars, so they're easier on digestion. They taste sweet. They don't leave any kind of chalkiness on your teeth like the unripe bananas do. And just can't get enough bananas. Also, I'm really excited because cherimoya have finally come back into season, and these are my second favorite fruit right next to watermelon, and these are only around for maybe like 4 or 5 months out of the year, so I really enjoy them as much as I can while they're in season. And I'm so happy that they're back because I absolutely love them. If you've never had them before, these are a tropical fruit, and they taste, to me, they taste kind of like banana and strawberry with like pineapple and like maybe even a little bit of coconut mixed in. I really love them. And I've also, the people that I've been ordering my cherimoyas from, which actually I order them online from a website called cherimoya.com, which ships them out of California. The same people who sell them also sell white sapote. So I've actually never had these before, and they're still getting ripe. They're not really ready to eat yet. So I'm not positive what they taste like, but really excited to try them out. So I don't really, oh, by the way, for the cherimoyas, 3 to 4 of these are a meal for me, and I think that averages around 800 to a little over 1,000 calories depending on the size. Um, for the white sapote, I have no idea how many would be a meal, but I just wanted to show them because they came in and they've been taking a really long time to ripen because I ordered these with my first shipment, which was I think like 3 weeks ago, but I'm definitely really excited to eat these when they're ready to be eaten. Also, the past few weeks I've been able to get organic blueberries for not too expensive, so I have been eating a lot more blueberries than I normally would, assuming that they're in season somewhere because I normally can't get them this cheap, but I've realized that all different supermarkets across the board have had organic blueberries and just not that expensive, so that's really great. Definitely all of my fruit that I eat is not organic. I go back and forth. I try to buy organic when possible, but there are certain things like berries that I will not do conventional with just because they use more pesticides. So these have been really great. And then one of my other favorite meals, which is not a mono meal, is mixing dates with apples. Usually I'll eat maybe just a couple apples and then about 30 to 40 dates. These are the Halawi variety, and I order these from Bautista, and I'll put the link for both the Bautista dates and the cherimoyas down below. If you've never had a good date before, order some because dates are actually another one of my staples that I try to eat all year long. They do at some points run out, so you kind of stretch it. So usually there are a few months that you can't get them anymore. Well, ones that taste good. But these are just like really wet and gooey and they taste amazing. They're so sweet and they fill you up quickly and they travel well. So when you're on the road or if you're just in a hurry and you want to eat something, these are like an easy way to get full quickly. And for some reason, they just taste amazing with apples. I really love the combination. Also, I don't have any right now, but I will sometimes eat a couple bags of grapes as a meal. But I don't do it too often because it takes me a long time to eat grapes for some reason. I just can't eat them as quickly as I eat other fruits. So it's kind of on days that I just really want to eat them, I'll go ahead and buy a couple bags and use those as a meal. For snacking, I eat the same exact things that I would for breakfast or lunch. I just eat them in much smaller quantities. And sometimes I might snack like 2 or 3 times a day. And other times I might not have snacks at all. It kind of really depends on what my meals are and how calorie dense they are. Dinner is when I try to get in more greens. So I will either have a really big salad, which the base of it will just be whatever kind of greens I'm craving at the moment. And as a dressing, I will just take things that would normally go in the salad, like tomatoes, bell pepper, cucumber, herbs, and I'll blend them till they're a liquid, and that'll become my dressing on top of the salad. One of my favorite dinners is a zucchini cucumber spaghetti. And basically it's the same as my green salad. It's just instead of having leafy greens as a base, I have spiralized zucchini and cucumber as a base, but the sauce is generally about the same because I tend to like the same things. Sometimes I'll throw an avocado in because it'll give it a creamier texture and it tastes really good, and sometimes I won't if I don't want to have overts for the day. But if I'm really craving overt fats, then I will make a guacamole. I don't put onion into my guacamole because I try to follow natural hygiene as much as possible. So it's basically just avocado, tomato, and a little bit of lemon or lime juice, but it still tastes really fantastic. I like to mix cilantro in there as well a lot. And I will use either lettuce as chips or I will use sliced up root vegetables like jicama or sunchoke. And just slice them up really thin and you can just dip it in there. It makes a really good chip. Sometimes for dinner I'll just have more fruit just because I'm craving it still and that's what satisfies me the most. A lot of people think that you get bored of eating fruit, but it's kind of funny. The more you eat it, the more you crave it. It's like your body gets used to having those nutrients and it just always wants them. Also, since different fruits come in and out of season throughout the year, usually by the time I'm sick of something, something new will be coming in. Like for the last couple months, I was eating a lot of persimmons for my lunches and dinners, and towards the end of it, I was getting really sick of persimmons, and lo and behold, right when persimmon season ended, my cherimoya season picked up. There's just such a large variety of fruit out there to eat that it really would be hard to get tired of it. What I showed you just now, this is not what I eat every day throughout the entire year. This is just what I've been eating lately. You know, in another month, my eating habits will change completely. It's just I buy whatever looks good in the supermarket at the moment. I don't really have a plan. The only thing that I always, always, always have in the house is bananas. And I usually keep dates in the house, but even dates, sometimes I get tired of them and I stop eating them. But generally, bananas are always in the house. That's the only thing that I really consistently eat throughout the year. Everything else changes. So this is what I've been eating lately. I hope it gives you guys some ideas for your next meal. Have a great day. Bye.